Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness, this is in your court now. Remove these.
That, not somebody with a strange phenotype and a strange name. It is ours. We will fight and die for this.
But my heart bleeds that my own people have guns. If I step across this.
Not a shootout, which bad. And them gonna come and pin them out of them bed and them open the door, them say police. And them open the door and right away. What kind of shootout? If me have my gun on me, it's a police and a shootout. 2 police I get it in now. Cause me know me go dead. Me know me go dead. So me, my door like I say police and me open it. Me gun there on clock behind your head. Sorry the bad word. Me gun there your head. So that would be a straight shootout, not a shootout. Innocent. Them kill them, daddy, me I tell you. And me grow them. Innocent. Jesus murder.
Hi guys, I'm Bibo once again. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Okay, today I have this viral clip of whereby there is some youth and some people are planning to do a revolution in Caribbean country, whereby they're doing this because of bad government and maybe bad leadership. Kindly have a look and then come back for more discussion.
Oh no man, shoot me in my head and kill me because the man with the money and the power. What are you going to turn you against me? That hit me.
All people died in these waters. We deserve
On a peaceful protest, just to swim. It is only to swim, and many of us can't swim. We're just going to dip in the water and walk on the sand.
They shouldn't be welcomed as leaders of the country, as representatives of the head of state. How these 2 young white people now going to be here saying we are going to kowtow to them and we are going to bend and bow and kneel to them as if they are gods. Those days are done. The monarchy is a relic. We should leave it behind. It's time for us to move forward and talk about the democratic process.
Rehabilitation works and was expected to reopen after 2 months. But now the people are concerned that the facility could soon be privatized, as they are yet to receive any updates on the progress of ongoing works.
NEPA is in charge of protecting the environment, but they are in the Ministry of Job Creation and Economic Growth. So what do you think is going to happen? They're going to trample on the rights of the people for profit.
Access to the road leading to the property has also been restricted, which for the people constitutes a breach of their rights.
This is a parish council road.
Right.
They have no legal right to block it up.
Yes! Yes, you're right.
It's a free access to the beach since we can visit our own beach.
This is made up.
This is totally wrong.
The people marched to the property to demand answers, but were restricted by iron barriers and a team of police personnel. And this was enough to add fuel to their fire.
So the question we must ask ourselves, where do we stand in this nation when the police is being sent out against us? We come in the name of Queen Nanny of the Maroons. We come in the name of Queen Nanny of the Maroons.
Said that after 8 months, the attraction
Alright, welcome back to SoFlo TV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. Listen, while the Prime Minister of Jamaica is somewhere in the United States of America collecting an honorary degree and giving a keynote speech, I believe it's at Delaware University or somewhere like that, I choose more to focus on the recent protest that took place. It says that members of the Jamaica diaspora on Friday held a demonstration and counter-protest on the street in front of the Jamaica consulate in Manhattan, New York. One demonstration was organized by the Jamaica Diaspora Crime Intervention and Prevention Task Force that was led by Dr. Rupert Francis and Wilfred Rattigan. Listen, The media in Jamaica was trying to downplay this, saying that, only about 80 people showed up, and of the 80 people that showed up, there were 12 on the other side and 80 on one side. You can see by the video that it was more than 80 people there. Why the need to downplay it, to make it seem as if it is so insignificant that barely anybody showed up? Yes, there could have been more people that showed up, but this video right here is a little bit of beat and teach. Alright, so for the longest I have tried to get the Jamaican people who are living outside of Jamaica to understand how powerful they are. We've been told many times over by people who live in Jamaica and who have never left Jamaica or spend the greater deal of each year of their life in Jamaica, even though they might travel, that those of us who live outside of Jamaica have no right to speak about what is going on in Jamaica. You see the conundrum? You see the foolishness? Right. So I've been beating my brows trying to get my Jamaican people to understand that the most powerful group of Jamaicans are actually the group of Jamaicans who live outside of Jamaica. Quiet as kept. An education moment for many. Today you might have just found out that there are more Jamaicans living outside of Jamaica in other countries around the world than there are actual Jamaicans living in Jamaica. Now I want you to repeat this to yourself, and I want you to say it again. There are more Jamaicans living outside of Jamaica in other countries around the world than there are Jamaicans living in Jamaica. This is what makes them very powerful. Their remittance dollars is what makes them powerful. Remittance dollars means monies that are sent in cash, Western Union, MoneyGram, whatever ways you send cash, dollars, money, transfers, bank-to-bank transfers, looking after their family members and friends, and those funneling their income from overseas to invest in Jamaica by purchasing property and opening businesses, etc., etc. They are in a position of power in comparison to the Jamaicans that live in Jamaica. Now, please don't take this as a competition thing, because I don't want anybody to feel like I am pitting Jamaicans who live outside of Jamaica against Jamaicans who live inside of Jamaica. Quite to the contrary. My goal is to unite Jamaicans living outside of Jamaica with Jamaicans living inside of Jamaica, so them can stop call we foreigner, so they can stop looking at us as strange people and tourists, so we can work together to establish what will become a better Jamaica, not just for now, but for future generations to come. Now, this particular demonstration that was held in New York City recently, it was about violence, and it was about the climate of violence in Jamaica. Now, somebody might say, why are they so concerned about Jamaica if they don't live in Jamaica, especially when it comes to violence? Well, let me give you a little idea why. A lot of Jamaicans that left Jamaica for a better life. So a lot of people went off into the world, into countries whose money is worth a lot more than Jamaican money, into countries that had more opportunities to offer than Jamaica had to offer, but they never turned their backs on Jamaica. Most Jamaicans that leave Jamaica, their dream is to make it back to Jamaica one day after they had established themselves, full up a bank account somewhere, made enough money to be able to help not just themselves but others around them, and gain some expertise that they can teach as well along the way. So people have gone off to different trade schools, got their certifications. People have gone off to different colleges and universities and gotten their degrees, from lower level degrees all the way up to a doctorate degree, etc., etc., and has accomplished great things. People from Jamaica are now serving in every facet of life in, say, the United States of America, for example, where you have Jamaicans who are mayors of cities. You have Jamaicans who are CEOs of multi-million and billion-dollar companies. You have Jamaicans who are entrepreneurs who started a business from scratch and are now multi-millionaires in the United States of America and other countries in the world. And these Jamaicans all share something in common. Guess what it is? It relates to this protest. It's the great fear of returning to their homeland, Jamaica, with all good intentions to build up a trade school, to open up something where the youths in communities can vibe and come, a computer center, and learn. And then you are targeted. And then somebody say, yo, you know, say, him just come from foreign. Yeah, man, you know, say there's something when build up over there, so, and the business when up and down there, so. And then next thing you know, you are extorted, and you are robbed, and you are, God forbid, murdered. You know, those situations. So with the crime wave and the murder rate at the level that it is, and Jamaica being a place where we can clearly see that gangs are more in control than law enforcement is. Shout out to the law enforcement officials. Wanna get basket for carry water. Because let's take, for instance, the influx and the inflow of guns. Jamaica doesn't have any gun factories, yet Jamaica is loaded with guns. And guess who always has guns? The criminals. But then you have the FLA in Jamaica, who is very biased at how they give out the right to bear arms to the citizens, law-abiding, tax-paying citizens. So most of them are left at the mercy of armed gunmen who, in many cases, are not afraid to confront even law enforcement officials. It's a scary look for somebody who is looking to return home, to invest their monies they've made over the years, and to lend their expertise to the next generation coming up to make Jamaica a better place for now and for the future. This is one of the things that has been crippling Jamaica, because a lot of people who are highly skilled and highly learned in whatever the case the field may be, they have decided to never return to Jamaica again. And if they do, they are locked inside of an all-inclusive resort. They spend some time with the family. They barely venture out. So they are picked up at the airport. They are taken to their resort. They spend their time there. And then they are taken from the resort back to the airport when they leave. So they don't even see Jamaica anymore. And then for those who do venture out, do you know what it feels like to come home and you are so scared? You lock yourself in the house all day. After spending all year bragging in the US about how I can't wait to go to Jamaica and I have fun. And a lot of them come to Jamaica and then they're afraid to go outside and afraid to really go somewhere. Yeah, you might go down the road and go get some food here and this there, but you're not out and about like you would want to be. In a time gone by, we used to be able to be out and about. I'm talking about being out under the stars, partying till morning light. People of all ages, right? And the soup man and the jerk pan, and you know, the bar sell off, and it's a good vibe, and no crime and no violence and these kind of things. Nowadays, people are skeptical and people are scared. Jamaica comfortably does over 1,100 murders every single year, and has done so for well over 15 to 20 years now. This is something that a lot of people overlook. So I've always wondered, why do all these high-profile people visit Jamaica and say they care about Jamaicans, yet they never address the government's inability to curb the murder rate in the country? And that curbing the murder rate in the country thing is not just a gang problem. It's a multifaceted problem. It is a dragon that has 7 heads for real. For instance, let's talk about one angle, which is reprisal killings. The laws in Jamaica do not fit modern day times. And the system, as far as surveillance goes, as far as law enforcement, investigation, gathering evidence, etc. goes, if a man's family members are killed and then he gets no justice because he sees the murderer walk free, or the murderer is never caught, yet a lot of people know where he lives or where he resides or where he circles every day, his whereabouts, it's only a matter of time before the matter is taken into one's own hands, because justice must be served whether by the hook or by the crook. Whether
Guys, welcome back again. As you have seen the clip, maybe a lot of people in many countries in the whole world are complaining due to bad government in their country. And as you have seen earlier in our country, Kenya, a lot of Gen Zs came out and really suppress a lot of many people, whereby they stand out to fight bad government. And this has really inspired a lot of countries, whereby a lot of youth have come out to fight this bad government. A lot of youth in these many countries don't have job, so they have joined hands together. They have come together strong with no tribalism to fight bad government in the country. A lot of youth in many African countries don't have job opportunities, don't have good education levels, whereby they really struggling out to get good educated. Or if you don't have scholarship in Africa, you can't go to a good school or to what. So a lot of youth have come out, and this is what's happening in many of Caribbean countries. A lot of people have realized they have realized their worth in many countries, because they are complaining of bad government. As you can see in Caribbean countries, especially in Jamaica, a lot of people are complaining the system is so corrupt. So many investors are coming to this country, but they are just using it the way they want. Many investors are buying public properties and putting them into private organization, whereby they are making the people of these countries not to go to this place of their own. So many people have come out, and I've seen Jamaica and a lot of protesters are planning to do this to fight this bad government, so that maybe if the system can see this, they can hear their prayers, or they can hear their cries, so that there could be a good government. The Jamaican people, if you have seen, a lot of Jamaican people are complaining that the government, the system, it has compressed a lot of high taxes in the government. There's so much corruption in the system. A lot of youth are so jobless. The country has invested, or has invited a lot of investors, especially the Chinese people, whereby a lot of Jamaican people don't like Chinese. The Chinese just come to their country and they don't want to do what they want. They are so ungrateful. They're using the Jamaican resources, and a lot of them are mistreating a lot of Jamaicans. So there's this protest that is going to go on, whereby Jamaicans have realized their worth in the system. They have now decided that the power is in them. And as you all know, it's high time the Jamaican want to elect another leader. It's only in a few months they will elect new leadership, or new president to govern their system, or the new PM. So they are really fighting very hard to change the government, to see if there will be change in their system. The Jamaican people want good hospital. The Jamaican people want good schools, whereby also they want good roads, so that they can support their children in a good way. They just want to raise a good generation out of these people. So, and this is the thing that it's happening in a lot of African countries. You have seen the Nigerian youths have come out and they have started protesting. You have seen Tanzanian people. You have seen, like, I have seen Zimbabwe Gen Zs have also stepped out to change the system. And I really think this is a good thing, whereby if people come out and join hands together, the government can hear them. As you have seen in our own country in Kenya, there is a lot of many things that have been changed, because a lot of youth came out and started fighting for their right. So I urge, if these people, even for my Caribbean people or from people from other countries, if you go to protest, just protest in a peaceful manner, so that there can be no killing or no death in this protest. So just demonstrate in a peaceful manner, so that maybe there can be no any harm from the government, police, or from the police. So it's a good thing. People have just started realizing their worth, and I'm really glad to see things like this. So guys, continue supporting my clips. If you haven't subscribed, just kindly subscribe for this clip and like and share. Let me see you in the next clip.